Hey guys, True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today I want to discuss the best in boxing. This is the number 4's. Sorry it took me so long to get it out, but I do this every couple months. We break down all my number 4 fighters in every division from 122 pounds all the way to heavyweight. So it's going to be about a 10 to 15 minute video, just giving you updates on what these guys are doing going forward. So start with the number 4 fighter in 122 pounds super bantamweight division, and that is former world title challenger Azad Havanasian. This guy, he returned finally in February, got an 8th round knockout on a non-televised undercard of a DAZN card, and just continues to lay people out since, like 2018. The only guy he hasn't knocked out was Ray Vargas, who he broke his jaw in, losing a 12-round decision. But it was a close fight. He fought hard in that one, and he's just a fucking buzzsaw. He's got a knockout win over Ramirez in 18, and then in 2019, he destroyed Franklin Manzanilla, who had given Ray Vargas hell and almost knocked Vargas out when they fought. So he's still trying to get himself into some kind of a final. He's already the WBA's number 1 contender. He's trying to work himself into some kind of title shot, but haven't heard anything yet. Hopefully we hear something about him returning in like June, July area. I'd like to see him on the Ryan Garcia undercard personally, like in July. That'd be great. Or on another DAZN undercard in June. We'll keep you posted. Hopefully we hear something by the next report. Number 4 at 126 pounds featherweight, that is former world title challenger Kid Galahad. And just a few days ago it was announced that Galahad, we already knew he was fighting for the vacant IBF featherweight title in his next fight, and we knew it was going to be against Azad Dickens in a rematch from their 2012-2013 fight, in which Galahad scored a 10th round TKO win in that fight. But now we heard that these two guys are going to be fighting on Saturday, May 8th on the Canelo Billy Joe Saunders undercard on DAZN. That's a big fight and opportunity for Galahad to showcase himself. Really happy he's getting this opportunity on such a big card. I'm looking forward to that fight a lot. So Galahad versus Dickens. That fight's going to take place probably before the next Best in Boxing report. So I'm predicting Galahad to become a world champion for his first time. Late stoppage, possibly a decision win over Dickens, as Galahad will grab his first world title. Number 4 at 130 pounds super featherweight is the reigning WBO champion Jamel Herring. He just broke into the top 5 this past week when he knocked out Carl Frampton in the 6th round of their showdown on April 3rd. Big win right there for Jamel Herring. Biggest of his career. Really puts himself more on the map at 130. Now, prior to the fight, we all knew that Shakur Stevenson was the number 1 contender to the winner of this fight. So a lot of people are wondering, because there was news that if Herring won, he would vacate his title and move to 135 pounds and fight for the title there. But now, Herring after that win said he would rather unify and that he wants Oscar Valdez. But he has a mandatory with Stevenson. So I don't know how that's all going to shake itself out. I personally feel he's going to be forced into, the WBO has already ordered him that within 30 days he has to decide what he wants to do. Whether he wants to give up his belt and move up, or stay at 130 and fight Shakur Stevenson. So I don't know what he's going to do. I know they're friends. They've trained together. I think there's a good possibility he vacates and moves to 135, challenges for that title there once Teofimo Lopez gives up that belt, or he stays here and he's got to fight Stevenson. We'll see what happens, but a nice win for Herring. Congratulations to him. By the next report, we should know what he's going to do, and we'll keep you posted. Number 4 at 135 pounds lightweight is the undefeated WBC interim champion Ryan Garcia. Well, Garcia finally has locked in a showdown with Javier Fortuna, set to take place in sometime in July. They haven't given us the final details of that, but it looks like July. Looks like it'll be for the interim title, and we got to see what happens. You know, a lot of people are criticizing Ryan Garcia, myself included, for not fighting Devin Haney. Now Devin Haney, though, in May is going to take on Jorge Linares, and he was talking about possibly fighting Lomachenko. Where does Garcia fit in that equation? Another big win against another top 10 guy like Fortuna would really do wonders for Garcia. So I'm glad he's taking on somebody in the top 10, and he's finalizing a fight. By the next champions report, we should know. I mean, by the next report, we should know when this fight's going to take place. So keep you posted on that. The next number 4 at 140 pounds, junior welterweight, is Jose Cepeda, the former 2-time world title challenger. Well, we know Cepeda is returning on a big card, on a big undercard, Saturday, May 22nd on ESPN. The main event that night is Jose Ramirez against Victor Postal for the undisputed title at 140. Jose Pedraza is already the Cepeda is already the number 1 contender in the WBC. He's taking on veteran Pedro Campa. So a win, Campa 32-1, not a bad record, but he hasn't really fought anybody. His lone defeat was a stoppage loss to some nobody. So by the next report, not sure if that'll be out yet, probably going to do it in mid-May, possibly. We should know what that fight should be coming up, or I think Cepeda should have gotten a stoppage or a decision victory over Campa, as he's just staying busy ahead of a title shot, hopefully later in the year. So we'll keep you posted and see what happens there. May 22nd on ESPN, though. Number 4 at 147 welterweight is former welterweight champion of the world, 2-time welterweight champion of the world, Shawn Porter of the United States. So Porter, now, about a month ago, he was in talks and was looking like him and Terrence Crawford were coming close to a fight. Now Terrence Crawford has seemed to have moved on and is possibly going to square off against Manny Pacquiao in June. So where does that leave Shawn Porter? Looks like he's being asked out again. I honestly don't know who he's going to fight. I hope with this news, I know he just tested positive for COVID, but hopefully he gets that cleared up quick, and hopefully by the next report we know if he's going to be moving forward fighting somebody else. Personally, I'd like to see him fight somebody like Josecito Lopez if he gets hosed. Porter gets hosed on fighting one of the top guys. I'd like to see him go in there against somebody like Josecito Lopez next and just stay busy against at least a guy with a name, but we'll see what happens. Number 4 at 154 pounds super welterweight is the WBA regular champion Erislandy Lara, who has announced his next fight. Saturday, May 1st, he's returning, but he's not going to defend his belt. He's moving up to 160 pounds to compete for the vacant WBA regular belt against Cornflake Lamana. And if he's victorious, he'll move out of 154 and be ranked at 160 pounds. So, I figured he was going to move up at some point, but he's been banging around at 154 trying to get a big fight, and it just hasn't happened. So now he's moving up to 160. See if he has better luck. There's less PBC fighters there, but possible opportunities against like Jamal Charlo is there, so we'll see what he can do. Fighting Cornflake Lamana on May 1st, I'm predicting Lara to get a decision win here and put himself in the mix in another weight class now. So we'll see. Saturday, May 1st, that's on Fox Sports prior to their pay-per-view featuring Andy Ruiz Jr. Number 4 at 168 pounds super middleweight is former 2-time champion and undefeated David Benavidez. Benavidez returned in March, got a late knockout victory over Ronald Ellis Jr. It looks like he's being lobbied to fight either for the interim title or in a true final eliminator in his next fight. Probably it could take place. It could be against Anthony Durrell. We don't know as of yet who the WBC is going to order for him to fight, but should be coming soon. We should know what the WBC is going to order as, and hopefully we know something by the next report. Number 4 at 175 pounds, that's light heavyweight, is former light heavyweight champion Eliter Alvarez. Haven't heard anything on his return. We know he wants to come back, but we haven't heard anything concrete or legit. Hopefully we hear something by the next report on what he's doing next. Number 4 at 200 pounds, cruiserweight. That is the undefeated and newly crowned WBO champion Lawrence Alcoli, who fought in March and got his career best win when he laid out when he laid out Krzysztof Kowalski in the 6th round to capture the vacant WBO title. Since then, he has called out Benavidez, the World Boxing Super Series winner and IBF champion, 3-time champion Benavidez. And Benavidez said he would be interested in that fight. He might be interested in that fight. So hopefully by the next report, we'll see if Benavidez truly is interested, because win over Benavidez puts Alcoli at the number 1 spot. So we'll see what happens there. And finally, number 4 in the heavyweight division is the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Ruiz Jr., who has lost a pretty good amount of weight and is going to be returning Saturday, May 1st on a Fox pay-per-view when he takes on former world title challenger Chris Arreola. This should be, I think Andy Ruiz, if he's, on the level that we expect him to be, I think he should dominate Arreola and get a late stoppage, possibly a clean one-sided decision, as he should push forward back into the title hunt. But we'll see what happens. Been a while since, it's going to be just shy of a year and a half since he fought, once he gets back in the ring, and we're going to see what he does. But that Saturday, May 1st, I think he's going to beat Chris Arreola convincingly and get back into the title mix, but we'll see what happens. So that's it. That's the number 4's video, going over all the number 4's from 122 to heavyweight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.